Or am I so sane that you just blew your mind? It's impossible. Is it?
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Diablo 4. Now recently I just made a video on D4 giving Blizzard Entertainment accolades because they actually listened to player feedback and made positive change for D4. I think it's important to give credit where credit is due. Fast forward to Monday, and I'm doing my normal Monday morning research for the week, and I come across this article on PC Gamer where I feel like the title hit the nail on the head. Diablo 4 is bafflingly refusing to implement map overlay at launch. And I have said it during the March playtest and every video after that they have to fix that feature. So when I read this title, I was like, have they publicly come out and said it's not coming? Well, that's what you're going to find out in this video. If you were eagerly hoping that D4 would feature an overlay map when it's released in June, it's bad news. It's been confirmed that there are no current plans to add what has traditionally been a series staple to its newest iteration. Now, forget Diablo for a second. When it comes to a modern action RPG, there are certain things in there that are genre defining, okay? You need to have inventory. You need to have an isometric view. You need to have a stash, a loot filter. You have to have character progression or, build guides, however you want to look at it. A lot of times people want some form of trade. People want multiplayer. People want crafting, okay? These are kind of staples that you would see in a standard or modern action RPG. Now, one rung under that, something that people have come to expect, and I'm going to use the word expect, would be a map overlay for traversing. Go watch literally any streamer or somebody playing any modern day, a Grim Dawn, a Last Epoch, a PoE, D3, you will see them literally 90% of the time having their map overlay on. What a weird thing to pull out of the game. A good example of this is when Torchlight Infinite dropped their season 1, they did not have a map overlay. They literally had the exact same system. You would hit tab and it would pull up your map, but your character wouldn't move, so then you would just die. And by season 2, they had fixed it, and now we have a map overlay inside of that game. I don't get it. It's safe to say the D4 beta back in March was a huge success. Not only did it have 1 million people hit level 20 during the early access period, somewhat making us question the definition of closed beta, but player feedback was pretty damn positive across the board. Okay. I mean, yeah, I would say that a lot of people said it was pretty good. Of course, there's always criticism. A majority of the valid concerns around quality of life features, and one I constantly saw was a disappointment around the map overlay. Your only options were to rely on the mini map locked in the top right corner of the screen, or open the fully opaque map and cause your character to stand still if you dared to look at it for more than a second. Yes, you will die. This is an active world. When you hit escape, it's not like your character pauses the game. It's very, very ridiculous. So here it is. Are you ready for this? When asked if Blizzard would be adding the handy feature to the game, Diablo's general manager, Rod Ferguson, replied that there were no plans at the moment. Considering the developer has made a ton of other feedback related to tweaks such as dungeon layout revamps, class tweaks, and changing its much aligned font choice, it seems strange that such a small change hasn't been implemented. And that was the video I made where I was like, whoa, Blizzard listened to the community and made changes. When you look at the replies, and there's like 1 trillion replies, and a couple of them are like, okay, they're trying to do something new. Most of them are negative. Replies to Ferguson's tweet were largely ones of disappointment, weird hill to die on, and remove a hallmark of how ARPGs are played. That's where I'm leaving this video. What a weird decision. And I can't wrap my head around it, because a lot of times it'll be like, they're implementing mounts. Well, normal action RPGs don't have mounts. You use movement skills and you use waypoints. Why do you have mounts? Well, it's because they can make a ton of money on selling mounts, just like Lost Ark did, just like World of Warcraft did, and it's an open world, so you might need one. I can justify the reasoning that Blizzard would want to do that. I can't justify this. Maybe I'm missing something. I have no idea. Map overlay, currently no plans coming to D4. Now, this is all I want to hear. Anytime I make a negative Diablo video, everyone gets mad at me, okay? I'm calling it like I see it. Just remember that the last video I made was positive, but you know, this feels ridiculous. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. 2 asks at the end of this video. Ask number 1, I'm hoping today is the day I have earned your subscription. Hoping today is the day you make the decision to push that little red button. I would really appreciate it, but of course, only if you think I deserve it. Ask number 2, check out my Patreon. Thank you to the first 62 members that have signed up. Become an instant ARPG VIP and get Patreon exclusive content at the first link in the description. Weekly podcast, access to the VIP lounge, special title, chance to win custom merch, access to stream and audio stream with me while I am live, lots of other goodies. First link in the description. That's all I've got. D4. Hopefully you're entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.